Are you an atheist?
Yes.
And what does that mean to be an atheist?
I just don't believe in God.
I noticed that most Marxist, socialist, communist people are atheists. Why don't you believe in God?
I just don't really see a reason to. I used to be very interested in religion when I was younger.
How old are you now?
28.
Okay.
And so when I was in college, I was taking philosophy courses, philosophy of religion. I found it really interesting. Around the time of the 2008 financial crisis, it kind of shook up my interest and just kind of lost interest in it. And over time, realized that not only do I not believe this stuff anymore, I just don't really find much interest in it.
You lost a lot during the crash?
My family did, yes.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
And that's what turned you off to capitalism?
Generally, I mean, it was definitely the, I had issues with it beforehand, but that was definitely the kind of straw that broke the camel's back.
So you reacted to a negative situation?
I don't think it was an overreaction, but...
But had not that happened, you would still believe in capitalism, right?
Maybe, maybe not. I don't know where I would have gone.
And so you don't believe there is a God?
No.
And at one time you did, and now you don't.
Yeah.
So where do you get your values from?
Camaraderie with other people. I think, I do think there is right from wrong. I think we can do that just by looking at suffering out there. And, I feel pain, you feel pain. We know it's bad. We like to promote happiness and joy and love and friendship. I think those are pretty basic human values to cherish.
You think that suffering is a bad thing or a wrong thing?
Generally speaking, yeah.
And why do you believe that suffering is a wrong thing?
Well, again, as I've known people who've suffered.
And what's wrong with that?
It's a bad state of affairs to be in. I understand, I think there is something to being challenged by life, and I think challenges can make you a stronger person.
Right.
But I don't think abject suffering is good. I don't think children should be starving, for example. And,
why not?
Well, generally speaking, kids are kids. They're growing up, and it's our job to protect them.
But it's not our job, it's the parents' job.
I think it's all of our jobs.
Why?
Well, for example, put yourself in the situation of, say, you don't have parents. Say you are...
But do you feel responsible?
For example, say you're like a refugee and your parents were killed in a war. You're a child. You have no control over that. And if you have no parents, even under, kind of what you said, there's no one there to take care of them. I think it's our job to, step forward and provide a better life for them.
But that's an unusual situation, uncommon situation.
But it's happening all over the world right now.
But how about all these other kids who are just illegal alien children who are bringing them into situations, out of wedlock children who have been brought into situations by no good parents? They are not our responsibility. I
actually think they are.
Why?
So, for example, and I'll throw this out for you here. In 2009, the Obama administration had basically greenlit a coup in Honduras.
Right.
And that destabilized the entire government. It caused all sorts of chaos, and that's part of the reason why you see people fleeing Honduras and coming to America now. We helped greenlight it. We gave the military to go ahead to do it, and we bear some responsibility for the suffering that took place because of that.
But it's not our fault that they were the weaker vessel. They need to suffer so they can learn from that and make themselves strong.
I think it is our responsibility if we meddle in some. For example, if you're dating someone and I come along and cause your relationship to split up, I bear some responsibility for that. It's something that I did.
It wouldn't be your fault that it split up because it meant that something was wrong in that relationship that needs to be dealt with. And the girl didn't.
Yeah, but if I'm exploiting it, then I'm exploiting it. There is a layer of responsibility there.
No, but it shows our weakness to let you being wrong come in and overtake it like that. The relationship wasn't working. It's something that we were not doing right. So it's still our fault that happened.
I disagree.
You do?
Yeah.
So let me just ask about, you say you get your values from other people and stuff like that, right?
Sure.
And so you hang around with other people, and if they are people who murder, rape, steal, kill, lie, you get your values from those people?
I don't really hang out with many murderers or rapists, so no, I don't get my values from them.
How about black nationalists? You get your value from them?
I can't say that I know any.
You don't know any black nationalists?
Not black nationalists, no.
Why not?
I suppose I haven't met them.
Why not?
I just haven't. I mean, I'm sure I've been to places where they've been, but
They didn't tell you they were nationalists. Have you met Japanese nationalists?
No.
How about Mexican nationalists?
I've met a couple.
So you get your values from those people?
If I, consider them to be good people, yeah.
And so if someone you smoke pot?
Very rarely.
And so if you're around a group of people smoking pot, would you take on those values?
I don't see anything wrong with smoking pot. So, I mean, sure. If I consider them to be good people, they promote, happiness, camaraderie, solidarity. Yeah, I'll take my values from them.
So if you were around a bunch of lesbians who are getting their values from dancing in the street, would you take on their values?
Oh, hell yeah. I think that's awesome.
You would become a lesbian?
Sure, why not?
Would you become a homosexual if you brought a bunch of guys dancing in the street?
Why not? I don't really care.
So you would become a homosexual?
I don't have plans on it.
But you would if you were hanging around them and got and pick up their values?
I mean, it's not a flip that switches like that, so.
But so you wouldn't pick up you'll pick up the lesbian values, but not the homosexual, the guys.
I mean, I'm playing along with it, but again, if I deem them to be good people, why not?
Amazing. So you think homosexuals are good people?
I've met plenty of good homosexuals.
When the last time you met a good homosexual?
Yesterday.
Oh yeah, how was
One
that?
of my close friends is a lesbian. Talk to her almost every night.
Amazing. And so, do you believe human beings are in a fallen state?
No. I mean, I don't really know what it means, so I don't know what the fallen state thing means.
Well, falling away from God. But if you don't believe in God, there's no way. Yeah. Falling away from God. Do you believe there's a Satan?
No.
So, when you die, what happens to you?
I just cease to exist.
Meaning your soul just vanish?
Yeah, I'm just no longer here, so.
So you're no longer here, will you be somewhere else, or
no?
You're just totally soul.
I think the concept in some religions is like annihilation. It just ceases to exist.
Amazing. So who is healing your arm right now? Medication or God?
Just body processes, calcium pills mainly.
What do you do about the pain?
Ibuprofen.
Amazing. So before you were a Marxist, were you a Christian?
When I was a child, I was, yeah.
And who were you closest to, your father or your mother?
Well, my father passed away a few years ago, I'm pretty close to my mom.
But while growing up, who were you closest to, your father or your mother?
Probably my mom.
Probably your mother? That's why then.
That's why what?
You are a Marxist, socialist.
I mean, she's not, so.
But men who grow up close to their mothers take on their mother's identity. So you think and feel like a woman. And most women, they look to somebody to take care of them, like the government, if their husband is not around to do it. They look to somebody to do it for them. And so by you being a Marxist socialist, you have the mindset of a woman because you're looking to someone else to take care of you.
I mean, that's a theory.
What do you say about that?
Like I said, it's a theory. I don't believe it, but
Why
is
it normal for a man to look for someone else to take care of them?
I think it's perfectly normal.
For a man to look to someone else to take care of them.
And to take care of others.
See, I told you had the woman's mindset.